Welcome to another day in Tanzania. We are still in Zanzibar Island, now trying to make it from the north of the island to down south. And let me tell you, it's not easy when you want to make it by public transport.
We're hoping that we'll be able to find a way, but who knows?
This is very packed.
We started off up here and we're trying to get to here. So we've travelled all the way down here, and then originally the Dala we were on would have taken this road down to Stone Town, and then we would have had to get something across to here like that. But we got off here and we've now found another public transport that's taken us down here, and hopefully find something that will take us from there over to Paje. The guy just asked us to put our seatbelts on. Mirko's managed to find his and put it on. Then we said, well, what about mine? He said, you haven't got one. So my life is in the hands of Mirko, staying safe with his seatbelt. But fortunately, I'm the one that's carrying all of the bags on me. So if anything does happen, I can't see myself going very far anyway.
You have an airbag.
Yeah, I have 3 airbags on me right now.
Passing now through a small town, and I have to say that I'm very happy that we are not in this one.
Okay, so we've made it to Tunguu, and apparently just over there on that side of the road where Mirko is where we can get the next bus to Paje. If all goes well, we have cut out about 40 kilometers of a drive for ourselves and a fraction of the cost. We were up front in the last vehicle, so that made it much more comfortable, but it was so hot. So fingers crossed we can actually find the next transport to get us down to Paje.
We are waiting for 2 different options to make it to Paje. We have to stop one going direction to Jambiani or something else, I think.
Michamvi or something you said.
Michamvi, something like that. But there are no schedules, so you never know when the Dalas are going to pass. You just have to be patient.
This is the first couple of tourists that we have seen in days, aside from at the beach.
Last 32 kilometers on this bus. And here we are, welcome to Paje in the south of Zanzibar. Trying to smile, but it would be lying if we said that it was an easy trip.
It was fun though, it was very different and it gave us a bit of adventure. Can't really complain about that. We've managed to make about an hour on our time. Should have taken 5 hours. We've managed to do it in 4. We're across 3 different types of transport, was it? So we got to see a lot more than we would have seen if we'd have just got a private taxi or went straight back to Stone Town. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Jambo.
Jambo.
So this is our room. There's Mirko. Hi Mirko. Hey. And here is our bed. As you can see, it's got a mosquito net on it, and they've put the towels in like a lovely little pattern with some flowers on, which is really cute. We've got a fan, which will be very appreciative in the night. So it's a pretty standard bathroom. It's much more spacious than any of the other accommodations we've had. And we've also got this fan up here as well.
Maybe it's too soon to tell, but by the looks of it, I think I'm gonna like a little bit better this Paje place than Tunguu. It looks very quiet. You hardly see any people walking around. And I would say that this is a touristic area because we have passed lots of hotels, several restaurants. I kind of like the vibe. Police driving school. What the hell does that mean? So you learn how to drive like a police officer? Fast, chasing people?
I mean, it could be like how you use the sirens and stuff as well, maybe. I don't know.
It doesn't take much to make children happy over here. Hakuna Matata. Oh wow, look at the size of this beach. Pretty long. The color of the sand is also amazing, and it's quite windy.
It is, yeah, but it does look nice.
Maasai guy as usual trying to sell us something. Taking a look at the menu, we noticed that some prices are slightly more expensive in comparison to Tunguu, however still quite cheap. I'm having, for example, the maize platter for 20,000 shillings, which is about $7 American, and Taz is gonna have the vegetable curry, which is about $6.50. So disappointed. Look at the size of my portion. Look at yours.
And I was going to ask you if I could have some of yours too.
No way.
Aww.
Will you give me some of yours?
Yeah, because I have curry every single time because it's the only thing I can eat.
Okay.
We often get asked how we stay connected while we're travelling, and we use an app called Ola Fly. The reason we use it is because we find it's really useful for staying in contact with our friends and our family. It gives us really good connection when we're away, and if we ever have any trouble, there's an immediate live chat where you can speak to someone at any point throughout the entire of the day. So we typically use it for our Google Maps so that we know exactly where we are when we're planning our routes, where we need to get off, but also because we need to find specific restaurants for what we eat, it's really helpful for looking at menus online as well, but also posting our socials.
The cards that we use are eSIM cards, which means that you don't need to put a physical card, but you can just download it, and you can even do it before you start traveling. And that's very convenient because when you land, only thing that you have to do is to activate your card and you're ready to go.
We're on Paje Beach right now, and I've got a friend who lives on the island. She was telling us that there's a lot of stray dogs here in Paje, which we haven't seen anywhere else. We saw lots of stray cats in Stone Town. Apparently there's been castration initiatives going on in Tunguu, which is what has caused the reduction because it never used to be like that. So it's really positive to know that that is having a positive impact.
Also, your friend was telling you something about the corruption in the island.
She was saying that one of the things that is quite new to the island is the insurance that we mentioned.
So when you come to Zanzibar, you are forced to do an insurance that is issued by a company from here. So you can have your own private insurance regardless, but you won't enter to Zanzibar if you don't pay for this insurance, which is $44 per person.
But it's really interesting because my friend was saying that this is actually something that's quite new to the island. It only came in about a year and a half ago, and it's very much about encouraging money onto the island, but you've got to be careful with it. So you should always have your own personal insurance as well, because a lot of the time it doesn't cover accidents and emergencies. So when we were talking to her about it, we were saying, well, why did it get introduced? And she was like, it's very much to do with getting money and revenue into the island regardless. Very interesting that that's something that's new, and it's cost us a little bit of extra money just to come onto the island. The other day I wasn't feeling very well. Mirko was like, should we take you to the hospital? I was like, do you think the insurance will cover it? He went, surely. Apparently it wouldn't have, so it's a good thing we didn't go to the hospital for no reason.
I feel like there is corruption anywhere. Spain has corruption, the UK has corruption.
Oh, absolutely.
In some places it's probably more obvious than in others, but you can tell that here things are not very leveled. You go outside of this area where you see all the new hotels, you walk just one street behind and you can see all the trash on the sand, the local simple houses. So it's like, in a way, yeah, the money is not super well distributed, I guess.
Very, very different. The vibe that you get on the beach where the tourism lies is very different to the reality that a lot of people in the island live with.
At some points it seems like, or it feels like you're in a bubble. You are walking on the sand here on the beach and everything seems to be perfect, and you forget about what's behind on the other side, and it's like two different realities.
So when we were walking here yesterday, where you can see all of the green land there, that was literally up until there was water, and today the tide is so much further out.
Oh, and actually look at that. There is a person, that person has to be walking what would you say, 150 meters?
Yeah.
It looks like the water is not reaching higher than the waist.
Yeah, we've seen a few people over there as well. They were walking in the water. Is that a person over there? Right the way over there in the far corner? Can you see what I'm talking about?
Is it like a floating device? No, it
I don't
looks like
know.
it's moving. I think it's a person.
That's what I thought. Is it a person?
Should we just
take our shoes off and go for a walk?
This is a part of the island that is worldwide famous because people come here to do
kite surfing.
Kite surfing. Today is like a whole different landscape.
So we've decided we are going to take a walk into the water, but we have been told by my friend that we need to keep our shoes on because there are sea urchins and you do not want to step on a sea urchin because that will hurt.
The only thing is that it is feeling a little bit muddy, so it's hard to walk. This is amazing. I could have never imagined that you can walk through all of this yesterday when the tide was high and everything was so different.
So we're having to make sure that we're really watching where we're stepping because as you can see by here, there's kind of some random deep holes everywhere within the water. Mirko's fallen in one and I almost fell in one just now. It's so weird how the water works in this way. I'm all the way out here, there's the shore, and I'm still only up to shin level. But a moment ago I was up to my thighs.
I think I understood how this works.
What?
So you know when you harvest stuff, you put sticks and sometimes you put ropes. So basically here they do the same. The seaweed is just growing attached to it. Look right here. You see the ropes?
What will they do with that?
I'm guessing eating it, because what else can you do with seaweed? Seaweed is so amazing. I love seaweed. Seaweed is so good. I understand. That's why you don't like sushi. I dare you to try it.
Absolutely not.
Trying to speak with people is hard work, but I finally did it with this woman. I think she got a little bit more confident around me because I was trying not to show my camera. And I just found this underwater, and I asked her if this is what she's collecting. So she had a smaller one, but this one is dead, has nothing inside. And the one she had in her hands, it had something inside.
Look how shallow it is here, and look at how stunning that looks. But also, look how far away we are from the beach. Like, that is actually crazy.
Look at me.
I know.
And I think this is gonna become a sandbank. Like in an hour from now, possibly, you're gonna be able to walk here, stay completely dry, and all around you, the ocean.
What have you got now?
I have no idea. It's the second one. I see that it looks the same. You touch it and it feels kind of jelly. I'm thinking that this was some kind of animal, and now it's decomposing, and this is what is left of it.
He just keeps like foraging in the water. Every now and then I just see him like crawling down, picking stuff up.
And this is definitely not plastic or anything like that.
No, you can see that. Oh, it looks really cool though. Mirko's calling me over to him because he's found something really cool and interesting, but he won't tell me what it is. Here he is. Jellyfish! Can you still see it amongst your sandy feet? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it looks so cute. The sea urchins. So this is why we have to wear our shoes. Can you see those little black things there and there?
And here, I'm just gonna step in land. Come on. Welcome to my little island. How are we gonna name it?
Tasco.
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 What is this, a supermarket chain?
Just been chatting to this woman by here. She was actually really friendly, welcoming, open to having a conversation with us. She was sat on her bucket and she was just cutting into these like shell-like things that had meat in them. But it was really cool to watch her opening them. Like, she was cutting it with a knife on both sides, opening it and then dragging the stuff out. She says she does it often. She takes it home to cook for her and her family. When we first started walking out, there was lots of water, and now there's hardly any water at all because the tide is still going out.
This is a sea cucumber, and we were showing it, looking at it, and all of a sudden there was this ink. Is there like a calamari?
No, it's not calamari. I don't know how would you call it in English.
Oh my god, it's moving. This is so cool. When we started walking earlier, the level of the water was reaching this point, but now just keeps moving deeper and deeper. Even the anchor is exposed at this point. We are super hungry because we skipped breakfast this morning, and now we're in a restaurant located somewhere in between Paje over that direction and Jambiani on the other side. And I just cannot believe all the food that we're having.
They said it was for 2 people, but we didn't expect it to be quite as much. All for 30,000 shillings. And we've got some mango salad, coconut something, hummus, chips, guacamole, falafel. And we got some chapati, plantain, a bean sort of stew, pumpkin, and then some wild rice. Oh my god, we are so full. I think because we missed breakfast this morning, we were both very, very hungry. So as soon as we found somewhere to eat, we were like, right, let's see what we can have. When we first seen it, we were like, oh yeah, we'll smash this. We definitely had eyes bigger than our bellies, didn't we? Because we couldn't finish it all. But it was so good. It tasted so nice. It was all completely fresh food that he had made right in front of us. It was just really, really lovely. So I would highly recommend that place.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because he actually went to buy the ingredients he needed to cook our meal in the shop across the street. And then we ordered a juice, and he went again to the shop to get the pineapple and whatever we were having. And now we're walking around, where are we?
Jambiani.
The aim is the same that when we started this morning, trying to make it to Jambiani, and we are in Jambiani, but it doesn't feel like the very center of Jambiani yet.
No, we're not there yet. I'm just looking at the time. It's taken us over 4.5 hours to get here because we keep stopping off and doing other things. If we'd have just walked straight across the beach, it would have taken us about an hour and a half to get from Paje to Jambiani. But we wanted to check out the water first, then we wanted to have food, and now we're walking down one of the main streets, so we will eventually get there.
This is what the main road looks like on this side. Loving the palm trees. Lots of people riding their bikes. Jambo! Oh my god, the color of this water just keeps blowing my mind.
We finally arrived at Jambiani Beach. Although it's basically the same beach, it's just really, really long stretch from Paje Beach all the way down to Jambiani. We've still got quite a way to go till we get to the actual end of it, but it's so beautiful. And you can see that the tide is starting to come in now. So we always love to take a dip at any beach that we go to. So now that we're at Jambiani Beach, we're finally gonna go into the water. No, get it away from me.
What is
Get it away from me.
It's very nice.
No, I don't want to touch it. I don't like it.
You can scrub your body.
No. La, la, la.
It's getting windy.
Yeah, the tide's getting a lot higher. You can probably see it just over here. It's covering the entire wall. So we're not going to be able to walk back through the beach.
Such a princess you are.
Oh, I just realised my hair is getting wet though. I haven't actually got my hair wet much on this trip.
What an accomplishment.
Hey, the salt water actually damages my hair quite a bit, I think. Oh, and Mirko taught me this really cute saying as well. What is it? Meteré un peito. What does it mean?
I fart a little bit.
No, so mean. Meteré un peito.
Which is not a lie.
Coming from him. Coming from El Señor Peito.
One thing we noticed is that there seem to be a lot of sugar mummies in Tanzania. What would you think if I got myself a sugar mama?
Well, considering I'm your girlfriend, I'd like to hope you wouldn't want it for what many sugar mamas are used for.
Would you like to have a sugar daddy?
No.
Am I your sugar daddy?
No. Because sugar daddies do stuff for their sugar babies and I don't get that stuff.
I do stuff for you.
Daddy, can I have £5,000?
What else do you want? You're having a vacation in Zanzibar.
Right? On the money of you, is it?
Well, half and half. One thing that you gotta learn how to love here is the creativity and how people can make life look so easy. Just out of recycled materials, the kids are just doing like they have a skimboard and having a lot of fun.
And it definitely works as well. You can say that our minds are in the gutter, but we just turned around and seen this, and we definitely thought that that was something else when we first seen it.
Yeah, leaves, look. After a swim, we're having a little walk around Jambiani, and something we just noticed on one side of the boat is all the seaweed, and we're assuming that this is the one that the women were taking earlier from the beach and probably put it out to dry. And what do you think is wrong with eating it just the way it looks?
I mean, it doesn't look very nice. I can imagine the texture is probably awful.
Should we try it?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, come
You
on.
can try it, go for it, but I'm not.
No, I'm not gonna do it by myself.
Don't try and bully me into it now.
Oh, look, some more here. They have a lot of it. Almost every house has seaweed drying out.
So we've just been walking down the street and we've noticed this abandoned house here. Wherever we go, we always seem to find abandoned houses. We just had a guy shouting at us, "Would you like to buy this place?" We were like, "No, we're okay, thank you."
And there's actually a lot of abandoned houses in Jambiani. This is not the first one we've seen. There's plenty of them. Like almost in every corner, you see an abandoned house.
We've just come across these shells in one of the local areas, and we think that a lot of the local people who have been collecting shells on the beach have probably been coming here to clear them up.
It's really interesting because on the same block you can find even three kinds of houses. This one built with stones and clay. Then we have another here. How would you call these? Like branches? And one right next to it even has air conditioning.
Yeah, that just looks like a normal, like regular house that's made with cement and looks like it's even been rendered and everything.
Most of these houses don't have running water, and what the people do is that they come to these tanks, they pick it from there and they use it basically for all of their needs. We went out on a little hunt after the last time you saw us on a tuk-tuk coming back, and we are in the surroundings of a beach because
we're looking to see the red Colobus monkeys. So they're native to the Jozani Forest area, but my friend said that here near the beach you can see them in the trees. We're not having much luck at the moment, so we think that they might be sleeping. Maybe we might come back in the morning.
I think that would be kind of cool, and they are not only native to the Jozani Forest area in the island, but this is the only place in the world where you can find them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of monkeys that have moved out of the park boundaries and have moved into like more community areas, because as you can see if you look up.
As you can see, I don't think anybody can see anything.
Okay, well, as I can see, there's lots of trees up there for them to be climbing around in, and we are quite close to the forest area anyway.
So we don't know what we're going to do because we met this guy walking here and he said, find me tomorrow, I will show you the monkeys. We have that choice, or we can just wake up very early and go and try to find them in the road that is leading to the national park. That's another option. I guess we will find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Today we woke up really early and the goal is to try to find a red Colobus monkey, and we are just trying our luck walking around.
We're just walking back to the beach now and you can see the first light is coming. It's stunning, those colours are amazing.
Fuck yeah, we're lucky. We just saw a monkey jumping over the palm tree. It has a very long tail and
oh yeah, can you see him? He's right there.
I think he's carrying a baby.
Oh yeah, look at the baby. Oh, you can see the baby.
We are gonna head to Jozani now.
Asante. We have arrived at Jozani Forest. We've been looking for the red Colobus monkey, and we know that the babies are typically black and white, but every monkey we're seeing is around greyish sort of colour, so we wanted to just check that this is the red Colobus monkey, and it looks like it's actually a Sykes monkey because they're also found on the island in this specific park. So I think all of the monkeys we're seeing at the moment are Sykes monkeys rather than red Colobus, so we've still got a monkey to find.
It's funny because we were just behind this office, we saw a blue monkey, we were trying to take a picture and the guys went to us, you're gonna get fined if you take pictures of the monkey.
If we paid, we can take the photos, but if we don't pay, we're not allowed to take photos. So we're paying $15 or 40,000 shillings per person. One of the main reasons why we want to see the Zanzibar red Colobus monkey is because it's one of the rarest monkeys in the entire of Africa, and it's only found in Zanzibar. Half of the population are found in this forest alone.
The walking tour is gonna last approximately 1 hour. Our tour guide gave us some guidances. We have to stay away from the monkeys at least 3 meters. We should not feed them by any means. We also have to avoid eye contact.
This ant is the king of the forest. They can move about 7 kilometers for licking food. Careful, look down.
Oh my god, Tash just stood on one of these. It's just full of red ants.
Relax and look the trails.
They bite and they really hurt.
You should call them the dance ants because once you have some in your feet, you just start doing this.
Jozani Forest actually means swamp forest, which makes sense considering it gets swamped out during rainy season. There's about 151 families living in the forest, of monkeys, of course. They typically feed on the small baby leaves on the plants.
There is a large group here. Jeez. Look at the baby. Hello?
Sorry, that was probably a loud noise.
They are so close to you. Just in this spot, there is 8 or 10 of them. And look at the hair. Just looks like they woke up out of that.
We've finished with the monkeys now. They are so playful. They were literally swinging on trees and branches. Almost took me out with a branch a moment ago. But we finally did see the Colobus monkey. We're now officially in the mangroves. You can see the first bit of swamp by here already.
The mangrove is extremely important for Zanzibar because they help retaining a lot of water. Otherwise, the whole island of Zanzibar could be flooded and basically it would disappear. Actually, our guide's been telling us that when the tide goes high, it can even cover this bridge. We just finished the tour at the exact same point where we started it this morning. In all, I feel like it was a great experience because otherwise there was no chance we would see mangrove anywhere in Zanzibar. We also got to see the monkeys, which was our main mission.
We did see plenty of Sykes monkeys and blue monkeys around the beach area and just on the road by here. But I think for the Colobus monkeys, it is worth the money just to go and check it out. And like Mirko said, the mangroves were insane.
Anyhow, there's a couple of Dalas approaching. We're going to head back to Paje.
We are starving.
And we don't know what else we're gonna do next. We'll see. This is fun. Fucking Dalas, they're cheap. But this is enough.
Mine is called maharangi, I think is how you pronounce it, which is a red kidney beans with a tomato sauce and coconut milk. This is apparently one of the specials.
And what I'm having is basically noodles with tofu and vegetables and something like shiitake mushrooms. We're paying something like $7 for each plate.
And sadly, I can't try any of Mirko's because his has got soy sauce on it and he's adding even more soy to it to make sure I definitely cannot eat it. We asked the chef about these sweet potato fries because they're very different to the ones we have in Europe. So we weren't entirely sure if they were sweet potatoes or whether he just took it down wrong, because Mirko thought that they were breadfruit. And they do have a bit of a breadfruit flavour. But when we asked him, he said, no, these are definitely sweet potatoes. It's just a very different type of sweet potato than what you get in Europe. And you're not the first people to ask that. But it is really, really nice. It's just very different.
While we wait for Dala Dala, can you teach me what the Dala Dala waiting dance would be like? So what is your inspiration for this?
A guy on TikTok from Tanzania who does the diggity diggity diggity.
Oh, really? You look like a fish with epilepsy.
Thanks. And this is what he thinks about my dancing. Go on, show dancing, Mirko. And what is your inspiration for that then?
African beats.
Do you think that was an Afro beat? Do 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 do.
Dala Dala, Dala Dala.
It's a charity school. Mirko has perfected his dance version. Go on, show us your dance routine.
Dala Dala, Samina, 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 Istanbul, Zanzibar.
Very bumpy ride.
Very dusty all over the place.
We are almost there.
Just made it to Michamvi, 15 kilometers of nothing but dust and a bumpy ride. And one thing that I'm very surprised about is that after spending almost 9 days in Zanzibar, we haven't met not even a single tourist on a Dala Dala. It's like we have been the only ones the entire time.
And everyone seems so surprised. As soon as we say, no, we take Dala Dala, they're like, you take a Dala Dala? We're like, yes, we do. We've come across this crossroads and we've got a choice of either going left or right. It does seem very secluded here, but we did read that it's got one of the best sunsets on this side of the island because we're on the southeast.
Nice beach.
Yeah, we arrived at Michamvi Beach and it feels a lot hotter on this side of the island. I don't know whether it's just warmer today or whether it's just generally hotter by here.
I think the reason why we feel hotter is because the sun is probably even whiter than in Paje and probably it's reflecting a lot more.
And we've just been in the water swimming around and oh my god, I seen what I think is a sea snake. I mean, I don't know whether it's called a sea snake, but it definitely looked like a snake. It was like an orange, yellowy, green sort of colour. But it was on the floor and it just looked like this. And I said to Mirko, is that a snake? And he was like, no, it's not. And then I put like a piece of wood and touched it next to it and it went, pew, and it swam off. So it was definitely like some sort of snake thingy in here. And then I thought I'd seen a sea cucumber, but it wasn't. It was something to do with the coconut. But when we threw it out into the water, something jumped up and grabbed it and we don't know what it is. So yeah, there's lots of interesting creatures on this side of the island as well.
Do you hear that? There's two big creatures behind you.
Oh yeah, it's the horses, isn't it?
The horse's hair is longer than yours.
The horse's hair is longer than everyone's.
Would you like your hair to be like that?
Yeah, that's so pretty. Look at it, looks like it's braided and everything.
Jambo, all good?
Yeah, all good. And you?
All good, thank you, my friend.
Everything okay?
Yeah,
All good? Yeah? Enjoying it?
So, housing riding, maybe do you like it?
No, thank you.
It's nice to see, we just don't want to ride.
Just see.
Yeah, we don't ride.
Come
No,
on. Why not?
because we just don't ride horses.
You just arrived.
No, we just don't ride horses.
You already
Yeah,
arrived.
yeah.
We appreciate it, but this is our last day in the island. And we've done all of that. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow.
You have to live here, brother.
Maybe.
It's the only place, there is now.
Maybe next year we move. We'll think about it. So far, according to my opinion, I would say that Nungwi's beach is pretty cool. Paje's beach is pretty cool as well. But if you are looking for that place that will bring you peace, not many locals disturbing you, asking you too many questions, and the spectacular color of the water and the long sand beach, that place would be Michamvi.
Given that when we were coming here, it's a really bumpy road, we thought it's quite secluded, underdeveloped. There are only a couple of hotels, but those hotels are stunning. Look at this view. You can see over there's like water bungalows. It's completely walled off. They wouldn't even let us in to have a look because you have to be a paying customer. And that's what the hotel looks like. It just looks amazing. But Mirko compared this to paradise.
We just looked it up, and a night in this hotel right behind us is $240 the night, which is not that expensive, it's okay. But if you compare it to the places where we have been staying, we paid $190 for 9 nights.
We are literally a 5-minute walk from the resorts that we were just at, and this is what it looks like here. So you can see why we were saying it's a bit underdeveloped and we weren't expecting much from it, but I think we were very pleasantly surprised by the beauty of the beach.
Don't ask us why this time we ended up not in a Dala, but in a bigger bus. We are sitting, it happens to be big enough for everyone, and the driver has a funny klaxon, and every time he horns it, every time it sounds different. Next stop, The Rock. The Rock is basically a restaurant located at the top of a rock. When the tide is low, you can walk it all the way there, and when the tide is high like now, you have to take a boat to get you across. You can have some food there, have a drink. I mean, the location of the place is pretty spectacular. There's some guys here selling souvenirs.
We were also looking for ourselves, and in reality, a lot of the food on there is seafood, which neither of us eat. And then I'm also celiac, so all the things that are vegetarian are also breaded or crumbed. I can't eat them either. It doesn't seem like there's any point in us going over there because we literally just go over for a juice.
And instead, we're having a $4 ice cream just across the rock.